Good morning, everybody. This is going to be a reading for our earth signs for the week of this week. Whenever you watch this is when you're meant to watch it. Let's say a quick blessing and we'll find out how you guys are doing out there. Holy Spirit, thank you so much for being with us here today and in every single breath that we take. We ask that these messages be received by those who are meant to hear them. Amen. Alrighty, earth signs. What do we have for you guys? Let's use this Marielle Tarot for you guys today. We got the Five of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck and the Eight of Swords on the other side. This is an energy of vulnerability coming towards someone and an energy of opening up communication. This is kind of general and collective. In just a second, I'll pull some cards for each of the signs individually. Let's see. I have the Two of Cups in the reverse. This is someone who's struggling in a partnership. Can be a friendship, can be a love relationship, can be a work partnership. But when we have the Two of Cups in the reverse, this is someone who feels like something may be ending soon if something doesn't happen fast, if we don't have a change that happens fast. It's really windy outside and I heard something blow over on my front porch. Let's see. I have the King of Swords in the reverse. This is someone who's afraid that they've said the wrong thing, done the wrong thing, made the wrong choice, something like that. The King of Swords in the reverse is someone who they don't think about what they say before they say it. This could have been you, this could have been someone else. Whatever has happened here, it can be like a verbal altercation of some sort. It's caused a problem. And now we have somebody that wants to open up. We have somebody who wants to start talking, although they've been procrastinating having this conversation for a while. I've got the Ten of Swords. Okay. Ten of Swords is the minor arcana of the Death card. And I have the Queen of Swords under the King of Swords, both of them in the reverse. Here's the dealio. Queen of Swords, King of Swords, they don't really like each other that much to begin with. But when they're both in the reverse, man, they can really just unleash the venom when in a conversation. They can be very unkind to one another. Ten of Swords, again, indicates a final ending. This could have been an on-again, off-again relationship. Maybe somebody here just had enough. They couldn't take it anymore. And there's a conversation that needs to be had. Let me look. I have the Tower in the reverse. You've seen this happen time and time again with whatever this situation is. The Tower in the reverse indicates course redirection, but it also indicates having to make a difficult change in one's life, especially with this Ten of Swords energy here. Could have been a big verbal altercation. Could have been a big all-out, like, real unkind words spoken aggressively. And now someone sees the truth. This is never going to improve. I've got the Two of Swords, yep, and now I have the Empress. There's someone here who has to be in charge of a family, a home, a business, something like that, and they understand that what's happened here, what's gone on in this dynamic is not going to be healthy for them. And with this Two of Swords, that's a divergent pathway. This is someone who's trying to decide, okay, I know I can't stay here, so where do I go now? Let me just get a couple other cards out here, just kind of an overall. For all of you earth signs, this is not going to be necessarily going down in your life this way. These are just some of the energies that may be present for you this week and the week following, or maybe last week. I'm going to use this Deviant Moon Tarot to clarify a little bit further. Yeah, I have the Four of Swords here, which indicates a break, a painful separation, or not necessarily even painful, but just taking some time away from this situation. I have the Emperor, definitely a pair to this Empress. Both of these parties want what's best in this situation. They're both recognizing that they have things they need to do and that this situation is not healthy. They need a major change. I have this Seven of Wands over here, somebody who's really tired of the drama that's been going on. And with this Page of Pentacles in the reverse, this is someone who didn't plan properly for the future. Could have been financially. These folks may be arguing over money, the way that time is spent. And I have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. This can be a family dynamic because I have the King, I've got the Queen, and now I've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. The Knight of Swords in the reverse can be very immature with the things that they say, but boy, howdy, can they do a lot of damage in a hurry. I have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Again, this could have been arguing about finances or money, and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. This is something that could, it's damaging a household. The Ten of Pentacles in the reverse can be someone losing a home, losing a lot of finances. And it just feels like money and love are being drained out of this situation. We have a true pairing here because we've got the King and the Queen of Swords both. And we have the Emperor and the Empress out here both. Emperor's card of Divine Masculine, also Aries. Empress is the card of Divine Feminine, also Virgo. And sometimes people equate that energy with Taurus as well. So I have to be honest, Earth sign, whoever you are, it doesn't feel like you are being your authentic self anywhere in here. And it feels like you haven't been for a while. There's someone here who needs to make a drastic change, but they're not sure how to get themselves out of a situation now. So all they know to do is to take a break until the dust settles on whatever has gone down here. And then I think they're very much minded to extract themselves from a situation. Can be a marriage, can be a long-term commitment, can be a partnership in a corporation, something like that. I'm going to slide all of this over here, and I'm just going to get a few cards for each of our earth signs for the week, and we'll see if this energy really applies to any of you out there today. Let's see here. Let's use this. Let's see. Do we want to go? We're going to go Virgo, Taurus, and last Capricorn. I have to write it down. Aren't you glad I do? Capricorn. All right, Virgo. And I actually want to use the Chicoli deck for Virgo. All right, Virgo, you've got the Sun in the reverse. The Sun in the reverse, it's the card of Leo, but it's someone who may be feeling depressed. They could be feeling overwhelmed. You may belong to this collective here who's had some kind of fallout. But the Sun in the reverse is someone who either needs to heal a situation or they understand there's no fixing this situation. And the longer they sit in it, the longer they're going to continue to feel the way they've been feeling. I'm hearing also that you may be dealing with a Leo child, some of you, who is causing some disruption. I've got the Six of Swords in the reverse. This is someone who feels like they cannot physically relocate at this time. This could be that Tower energy with that Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, where I said someone may be losing a home or feeling like they're losing their home. But this Six of Swords is someone who doesn't want to have to move, or they feel like they cannot move at this time. This can be someone who's struggling to move on emotionally, mentally, physically, all of the things. But the thing is, usually when the Six of Swords comes up in the upright position, we have someone fleeing a bad situation and moving themselves into a healthier position. Whenever we have this in the reverse, this is someone who feels like they have to stay in that toxic situation for whatever reason. And I have the Three of Wands in the reverse because they don't know what will happen if they leave. They don't know where to go next. They don't know what they would do. This may have been a situation you were in for a very long time if this energy applies to you. And now there's this energy of, okay, well, if I were to leave, where would I go? What would I do? There's a lot of stability that's been wrapped up in whatever this situation is. And Virgo, it feels like if you relate to this, and you're here with this Empress energy here. If you relate to this loss of stability within a home, possibly loss of stability within financial matters, this Emperor Empress energy, they have worked a long time to create this empire together. And so it is understandable that it would be hard to walk away from that. And I have the Queen of Cups here. And it goes right next to this Empress energy. So the Queen of Cups, they're very tender, they're very loving, they can be a mother. There's the real energy of unconditional love here, okay? Can be father as well. Don't get hung up on the genders of the cards. It's about the energies that they carry. But having this go right next to this Empress energy, it does feel very feminine, and it feels really soft and watery. Someone who is feeling like they may have screwed up when it comes to a family relationship, a family dynamic, and there's someone who says, I would like to just get everything back to normal. I would like everything to feel better. How do I fix this? How do I make this better? And I've got the Page of Wands. This is someone who wants to send a message. They want to send a message and say, hey, can we start over? Can we grow this again? Can we go to counseling? Can we get some help so that we can get back on track? And I have the Nine of Wands. I know I saw that at some point a moment ago, but that Nine of Wands is someone who's been ignoring the issue for a little too long. This is somebody who's starting to become quite passive aggressive in this situation because they haven't seen the changes that they need for so long. And I don't know. I feel like whoever I'm reading for deep down inside, you know, because you've been through this enough times with whoever is on the other side of this, I think you know this is never going to improve. And there's this real feeling of being stuck in something that isn't working any longer, but not knowing how to get yourself out of a situation. There's somebody who's been ignoring the problems, not so much ignoring them, but like filing them away and sitting on them and not expressing themselves about it. To the point things are starting to bottle up and come out like explosively. Now, how do we fix this? How do we make this better, Virgo? I feel like somebody's kind of given up, like, well, I'm just going to have to resolve myself to the fact this is going to be a shitty relationship, a shitty situation. I'm just going to be in it forever because I don't know how to make a change. I don't know what life would be like without it. And I don't even think it's so much fear-based. I think it's like very much reality-based. Like, well, the whole world's going to fall apart if we change anything. It's like a very, I don't know, like a tower of things that have been taped together loosely, it feels like. And I have the Hanged Man. Here's the deal, Virgo. You're waiting to make a decision. The Hanged Man's the card of Pisces here, but it goes right on top of this Empress and Queen of Cups energy for you. And it feels like you're someone who wants to wait and see, can we get back on track? Will this person go to counseling? Will this situation improve at all? But you should be aware that there's a lot of bottled up emotions here in some of you, and it may be coming out in ways that don't work so well for you, things that you don't like to see in yourself. But you're really just hoping that at some point soon, things are going to improve. If I just stick it out a little bit longer, if I just try this other thing. And there's someone here who doesn't know what else to do, so they're going to sit and wait. Sit and wait and see if it improves. And sometimes we have to do that in our lives. Sometimes we have to wait until the right moment presents itself. Oh, I can't clean these up yet. We got to leave these out here. Yeah, but I feel like you're just in a position this week, Virgo, if this message resonates with you at all, of taking time to decide what you want to do and trying to work some things out in your head as to how to move forward and being somewhat unsure as to how that's going to go. So just give it some time. We'll check in with you next week as well. I'll do the regular live and we'll check in to see how this energy has shifted for you, because sometimes we do have to sit and wait for things to improve or wait for things to clarify. All right, that was your reading for the week, Virgo. Next up, we have Taurus. Taurus, we are going to use this Star Power Tarot for you guys. I hope you're doing well. Darn it all. Picked up the bottom of the deck. We have an energy of breakup for you guys. That's the Ben and Jerry's card of the deck, right? Three of Swords indicates heartache, grief, and pain. And right under that, I've got the Four of Swords, which is out here already. So whoever you are, Taurus, you're kind of following this same through line. And we got the Queen of Cups on that bottom of the deck. And we've got the Eight of Wands out here twice. which is someone who wants to say a lot, but they're not saying much right now. The Eight of Wands is an energy of communication, fast-moving, direct communication. On one hand, I've got it in the upright position. On the other hand, I've got it in the reverse. This is somebody who's like, I want to say something, but I don't want to say something. I'm not sure. Halted conversation, partial conversations. Again, someone who is very nurturing, highly intuitive. You may be a mother figure to someone. A lot of unconditional love that comes from you on a daily basis, Taurus. Beautiful. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy is that Queen of Cups. With this Four of Swords, we have someone who's taking a break. There's an energy of separation after quite a bit of heartache. Can be an ending, definitely an ending with that Three of Swords. I have the Justice out for you guys and the Hanged Man out for you guys too. We just had that out a second ago for Virgo. But Taurus, we have the Justice card, which is the card of Libra. It can be legal matters. It can be filing paperwork, something like that. And with the Hanged Man that comes out here on its side, that's the card of Pisces. You may be in the midst of a situation where you have to wait to see what it is that you want to do with this. Again, this is something that may have come up in September, October time. It's an energy of waiting to decide and to see what's going to happen here. There's been some kind of major fallout. I want to know what happened here just a little bit further for you, Virgo, with that Three of Swords. It could have been relating to work, a career. And I've got the King of Swords in the reverse again, though. Someone unleashed a fury upon you or you on them that caused you to say, are we ever going to be on the same page ever again? You're no longer a team player with this person. There's an energy of two people who just aren't being a very cohesive unit here. It seems like there's been some kind of major ending. It was just too much. You couldn't take it anymore with that Ten of Wands. There's no way you could have stood it any longer. And you sat and you watched yourself try to struggle through whatever this relationship or situation was for a long time. And eventually you got tired. Eventually you said, I don't want to do this anymore. Nobody would. I can't do it anymore. It's not even that you don't want to do it. It's like, I cannot do it any longer. And we have the Sun card out for you guys in the upright position. Whatever this ending was, whatever this painful breakup is, right? Heartache, grief, and pain. That's the Three Swords. Ouch, 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 right? Not fun. Whatever that was for you, it's added a lot of healing into your life that you don't even know is coming yet. This is someone who's just now starting to see the sun come up again for the first time in a long time. Over here, when I was pulling kind of generally for the earth sign energies with that sun that came out in the reverse, we had a lot of people who needed healing. It looks like you've already started that process, Taurus. But it's a new day that's dawning. It's just coming up slowly. You're slowly starting to feel like yourself again. It could be relating to a Leo here as well. And I have the Hermit energy. Very good. That is your card, Virgo. The Hermit is the card of Virgo, but this is someone who remembers who they are after this separation has taken place during this time. This is someone who's back on track. And we have here this bird. Birds are messengers, right? This is somebody who wants to start telling the truth about how they're feeling. They've waited a long time, but there's... Again, we have Libra out here with this World card. This has been a final ending. You're tying up some kind of loose end with someone, and I'm hearing, I'm never going to go back there ever again to whatever that state was. And I've got the Chariot out here for you guys. So whoever you are, Taurus, it feels like you're really moving forward quickly, emotionally, mentally, physically. You are one of the earth signs in this scenario. If this scenario kind of resonates with you at all, who's taking steps to remove yourself from whatever this was, whatever this kind of, whatever it was that came from this ending, you're moving forward. The Chariot card is the card of Cancer. You may have to sit in this space for a little while longer, maybe even until next summer. Not necessarily. I just only mention that because of this Cancerian energy here. And sometimes these situations take a little longer to tie up. But I feel like you are ready. You are a beautiful person and you have a lot to give. And I feel like you lost a lot of yourself in whatever this was for however long you were in it. And now that you have separated yourself from this, you got the Four of Swords twice here. Now that this has happened, it feels like you're able to move forward. It just was a little painful getting there. Alrighty, that was your reading for this week, Taurus. Thank you for letting me check in with you. We'll look back into this next week and see how these energies have cleared and moved on. Let me clean these up, and then we will get into Capricorn. Boop, boop. Okay. Capricorn, let us use this Tarot of Dreams by Cyril Marchetti for Capricorn. Find out how you guys are doing today. Capricorn, it feels like you have an awful lot to give to someone. You're very generous. Capricorns are very generous, aren't they? People who love to share. They love to share their wealth, their time, their energy. They are the story of Capricorn is like the mountain goat who goes up to the top of the mountain but always comes back down to help those who are in need. This is someone who builds massive amounts of wealth and is happy to share it with people who need it. The Six of Pentacles is an energy of charitable donation. It can be an energy of equal give for equal take. This is someone who just simply wants to share what they have with other people. And I have the Four of Swords out for Capricorn too. So I don't know what's happening with our earth signs, but every one of y'all has gotten this Four of Swords, and it was present in this general that I started with at the beginning here. So this Four of Swords is an energy of separation. It's an energy of taking a break. It's an energy of I need a vacation from whatever this is. It can be as simple as taking a nap, but it really feels a little bit heavier because we've had it out so many times for all y'all. Yeah. It's kind of messy. I've got the King of Pentacles in the reverse, and now I have the Two of Wands. Here's the thing, and this is what I was noticing for you earlier, Capricorn, because I saw that Palace of Pentacles here on the bottom whenever we were talking about you. This King of Pentacles is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, masculine energy. You don't have to be a male watching this for this to apply to you, but you might be. It feels like with this King of Pentacles in the reverse, this is someone who's tried and tried and tried and tried to get a situation on track. It's not working, and so now they've separated themselves and they're at a crossroads. With this Two of Wands, this is someone who's ready for a change, and they know that they are. They just haven't decided which direction they want to go in yet. I have the Eight of Swords. This is, and it's going to come out on its side here. And it feels, so the Eight of Swords is about blocked communication. It can be procrastinating, having a conversation. I think what it is, though, is this understanding of you having to share this new direction with someone else or with loved ones, whoever you've been largely responsible for or something, is it may pop the bubble, right? This may change everything. This conversation may change everything. And I think that's why you haven't had it. I think you're taking time out to think about how you want to have that conversation with somebody. And I have the Four of Pentacles here. This is someone who says, I may not have enough this time. I may not, it's like I would love to give my heart to someone. I would love to be generous in this situation. Pentacles relate to money. This is someone you may have wanted to invest with someone, but now you're not so sure. There's an energy of keeping things close to you, but knowing you have an awful lot to offer. And I've got the Hanged Man out for you guys too, just this time in the reverse. This is, the Hanged Man indicates waiting for an outcome, waiting to see what will happen, just waiting to see how things are going to go. When we have the Hanged Man in the reverse, I have you waiting for someone else. You're waiting on someone else to either pick up what you're putting down here, or you're waiting on somebody else's input in a situation. I think you haven't been entirely honest with someone about either feelings or something. I get the impression you want to give everything you have to another person, but for whatever reason, they're not picking up what you're putting down. And so there's this energy of wanting to make a change. You're at a separation from someone, you're apart from someone in some way. And I think you're starting to lose hope or lose heart in this situation. And you feel like you have a lot to say, but you don't want to necessarily rip the Band-Aid off yet. It's Four of Pentacles can be trying to hold on to someone or something. It can be trying to hold on to finances. You're so generous, Capricorn. It just feels like whoever you want to be so generous with is not around you or something, or they're not accepting it. And so you're waiting for their input. That's what it feels like. And with that Hanged Man in the reverse, I mean, it's kind of a tenuous position. I mean, this person's been holding their arms up for an awful long time, right? I think you're starting to get tired. I think that you are ready to decide which direction you want to go here, regardless of this other individual or situation. I think you're getting tired of waiting on this other person to solidify their feelings, maybe. And I've got the Eight of Pentacles here. There's just a focus on your work, on your craft, or maybe this other person works a lot and they're unavailable. There's an energy of busyness, and there's an energy of someone who's ignoring someone else because they're too focused on other things. You may be focused on making money. This other person may be focused on their craft or making money, something like that. And it feels like you're kind of throwing yourself into work to avoid having to rip this Band-Aid off in some way. It's just an energy of wait and see. That's the energy of the Hanged Man, right? And when you're in the reverse, it feels like you're waiting on somebody else's input. Alrighty, I'm gonna check in with you guys next week. I'll try to run the live like I normally do. But it was good to check in with you, and it just feels like you're waiting. It just feels an energy of waiting. So generous and so kind. All right, thanks for letting me read for you, Capricorn. I love you guys all very much, and I will catch up with you soon. Maybe.